The Federal Emergency Management Agency will be sending more than $5.2 million to the state in order to reimburse the state education department for the cost of providing test kits to students and staff during the COVID-19 pandemic. FEMA's public assistance program is an essential source of funding for states and communities recovering from a federally declared disaster or emergency. So far, FEMA has provided more than $1.7 billion in public assistance grants to Massachusetts to reimburse the state for pandemic-related expenses.